Welcome at station number 5. Enliven.
Burnout and vitality. Emotional wellness.
Jy's so oulik. So on the membership every month, we don't go down the lane numerologically like you force me to do. So I get guided in which one to send as a mystery. And as they open their parcels, they see, oh, this month we are on journey 7 or 11 or 9 or whatever. So journey number 5 was the very first station that was launched on the membership program, Enliven. So it's baie sentimental. I'm very sentimental over number 5. Prep yourself for this one. It's very different from all the others. Left hand switch.
So we're going to put this on the linker hand, on the left hand. So we're going to rub it together to activate nerve. And then.
Sterk hoor. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Cillian Dion.
Hoe ruik hy?
Cillian.
That is not the correct way for those watching the podcast. That is not how we do it.
Brain freeze.
That's say. Take a deep breath in slowly.
Keepers.
Hy's lekker, né? Okay, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? Does it take you back to a certain place? Nie aan die oë vas nie.
Yo, this thing creates a pause in you, eh? Hey? It's called the pause oil. Pause.
Thank you, very oulik. It's called the clutch oil.
Take a pause. Not the menopause.
That's number 12. That's Embark number 12. Is oulik. So Embark number 5, Enliven, is all about burnout and reducing burnout and increasing and igniting the flame of vitality. So we're going to talk about burnout, what it is and what it does. If I smell this, I smell oranges. I find myself walking in an orange orchard. I see the sun. I see warmth. I see vitality. And I hear the song of Celine Dion, I'm alive. It's mooi. So burnout is all about your adrenals, and your adrenal glands are situated just above your kidneys. It's journey number 5. And we're going to teach everyone today to understand their bodies and to understand burnout and how it works. So there's a picture here. There's a picture here that you are going to put that is a beautiful photo of a heart with a little heartbeat. And life is like a heartbeat. It has ups and downs. It's like a mountain range. And as long as there's a heartbeat on a monitor, there's hope. And there's life. And the minute the heart stops beating and it flatlines, there's death. So alive, enliven, to bring back to life, to become alive again, is the opposite of dead, burned out. So for those who are mechanics and who know cars and who know vehicles, if you drive a car and you do not change gears and you drive it in the red without changing the gear, that car's clutch will burn and the clutch gaan gly. So I was always taunted by my brothers in the house as a hormonal teenager, Embark number 12, saying, ooh, haar clutch gaan nou gly, haar clutch gaan nou gly. So when you lose it, when jy splik jou mielie, when you get overwhelmed, when you gooi jou toys, jou clutch gly. So this is the oil that says, ek kan nie meer in die koppe raal my onderbroek skaaf. 'n grap is 'n grap, maar jy maak nie 'n sambreel in 'n ou se hol ook nie. So burnout is actually a very serious, very serious disease of today's time. Every second person gets diagnosed with burnout. And I thought it was very interesting and important today that we speak about it, because you and I are absolute Ritalin monsters. And you said something very interesting to me last week. Last week you were tired. Ek was moeg. the clutches were burning. We were driving the car in the red. And I said to you, do you feel like you've got burnout? And you said to me, no, man, I'm under stress. And it made me go back to number 5, station number 5. And I knew we were going to talk about it this week. And I wanted to talk about the difference between stress and burnout. Because it's easy for wimps to say they've got burnout. Burnout's actually a very serious illness, and it can take 7 years. 7 years to really get over burnout. Versus daily stress and daily overwhelm and daily things we need to cope with is something else. Burnout is a very serious matter. Okay, ek is nog aan die woord. So what is stress? Jesus, Knox. Stress is heightened emotion, urgency, anxiousness, hyperactivity, dis ek en jy op steroids, poor judgment, dis ek wanneer ek trou, inability to concentrate, memory problems, and loss of energy. See? What is burnout? A result of chronic repeated stress. A result of chronic repeated stress, blunted emotions, helplessness, lethargy, constant low energy, detachment, depression, and cynicism. Two completely different things. And I think it's important that we support the viewers and everyone today in understanding the difference between the two. When I am stressed, it may lead to anxiety. I have anger, irritability, and restlessness. I feel overwhelmed and unmotivated. I have trouble sleeping, or I am sleeping too much. I have racing thoughts and constant worry. I have problems with my memory and I'm struggling to focus. That's something different. When I have burnout, I have a constant lack of energy, constant fatigue, constant memory problems. Again, the inability to make decisions, reduced motivation, a tendency to cry, a loss of empathy, and cynicism. There's a big difference. So if we go back to our amazing picture that you and I always use, that I will put on for us here, which is our beautiful scale of consciousness, I want to share with everyone where number 5, Enliven and burnout resides and why I decided to work on it. So if you look at the one that says desire, craving, anger and hate, pride and scorn, fear and anxiety, it's like a yellow-orange color. That's the color I see when I work with Enliven. It's a very serious thing to address when you have got burnout. And you can prevent burnout by becoming aware of your self-care. So in this journey of number 5, I then went. It was an amazing journey. And I spoke to everyone about the new principle, the Aldila principle, to reduce burnout and to prevent burnout and to look after yourself through self-care. And I call it the GLAD principle. So sad is when I am demotivated, unhappy, there's no joy in my life. So I took sad and I replaced it with the GLAD principle, GLAD, G-L-A-D. So how do I go from sad to glad? In the Enliven journey, which is number 5. GLAD stands for gratitude, laughter, aromatherapy, and D-vitamin sunlight therapy. So those are the 4 things you can
indulge.
Ja, jy kan ook vir ons naampies uitdink. So from sad to glad, watching my clutch, not reffing myself into the red.
From mad, sad to glad.
Ja, wel, dis ons twee. Mad, sad, glad. Looking after my adrenals, looking after my bynere. Okay, making sure that I understand burnout and what it's about. And then doing the sad, glad principle. So what's nice about the journeys, Francois, is if someone now feels I'm struggling with burnout or I don't know how to handle stress, they can get on the number 5 journey. They buy it, they purchase it, they get their oil, and they can ride on that train for as long as they both shall live. And all of the support and the tools are on that journey of Enliven number 5. From sad to glad.
So I'm thinking to myself as I think the main aim with all of this stuff is to know that I shouldn't be here where I am at the moment. If I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm glad, that's just an indication where you are. But you need to decide still, I want to get out of this.
The power of choice.
People are very stuck in this drama queen cap for now, if you know what I mean. So how do you encourage your... So your followers are people that decided they can't do this anymore. I need to make a change for the good. Sorry, guys. I need to do this for the greater good, for my family, my kids. Kan ek nie meer my moer so strip vir almal nie.
My clutch kan nie altyd gly nie.
And I actually need to pull myself together, wara. So, I mean, this education that you put out there will pretty much bring everybody back to ground, where they need to be.
There's 3 things we need to look at. The first thing is, a lot of times I'm not educated to know what's wrong with me. I just think I'm effed up. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily that. There can be, if your adrenals are depleted, they're depleted. There's things we need to do to help you medically to get the adrenals back on track. So a lot of people will think, I have depression, I'm suicidal, I don't want to live anymore. But meanwhile, they just need adrenal support. They've got adrenal fatigue. So first of all, if I am empowered, if I have the knowledge, then I can at least understand this is where I am now, this is what's wrong with me, there's a solution. Then I need the willingness to say, goed, I understand now this is where I am, I need to get on the train, I need to be willing enough to choose to embrace and integrate the tools into my life to learn about my body, to learn about my emotions, the 4 pillars as we always speak, mind, body, spirit, and connection. I need to take those 4 pillars and then I need to choose to integrate them into my life. If I can't do those 2 things, I cannot be assisted.
This morning I was thinking about what we're actually projecting to people with this idea of names for each oil, and they don't really know the names. So eventually I think of this perfume advert where they give you this man and on this white horse and he's coming to rescue you, and there's a emotional experience there with a smell, and this is what you're going to smell. It's this powerful man. So I think this wasn't the idea with your oils. The point was to put a label on it so you can understand what it's for self-medicating purpose, correct?
Very well put. If you look at all the names are positive names. It's where I want to be. It's the station that I'm embarking on, and it's the train where I want to find myself in. So that's why on the bottle it doesn't say burnout buster. It doesn't say clutch, Willie. It says enliven. Because positively, that is the state of being where I want to be. In my body, in my mind, in my frequency, in my spirit, on a soul level, I want to feel enlivened. I want to feel alive. And that's why all the names, like, yes, as you say, if you look at the perfume, it says there Euphoria by Calvin Klein, or it says there Pleasures by Estee Lauder, or it says Allure by Chanel. So it's all of these positive names, because that is where you want to be.
I'm very, very interested to see why we stopped to this station to introduce to the next one. So I guess this is it for number 5, Enliven.
I'm alive. Don't be dead. Reboot the clutch.
Sit af, sit aan.
Sit af, sit aan.
En tada!
Kry daai byniere bymekaar.
So this specifically is focused for your
Burnout.
For your kidneys and adrenaline glands.
Adrenal fatigue. Die byniere. Hulle sit hier onder die oë.
Got you.
Nice. Baie dankie. I'm alive.
Over and out.